Hi, this is Meng again. So in this video, we will continue on the use of ChatGPT to help you in your teaching needs. Okay, so here I will cover maybe some sort of the laboratory portions, procedures that you have, that you need at least in a given experiment. So for instance, the first prompt that I'm going to put here is generate a procedure for a freezing point depression experiment. So when you give that command, okay, gives you the objective of the experiment to demonstrate the concept of freezing point by comparing the freezing points of pure solvent and a solution. Okay, and then gives you the materials here, unless you specify what solution you're going to use. It just give you either an option of using salt or sugar solution. And then the step-by-step procedure. Gather all materials and equipment, ensure the beakers or cups are clean. So since you didn't specify the materials that you're going to use, just put everything that is possible, materials that you can be used here, setting up the experiment and then determining. So as you could see, if you are a chemistry teacher, you're familiar with this experiment. You just compare, the freezing point of a pure solvent and a solution. Okay, so you expect here to have what? A thermometer to monitor the temperature and then prepare the solutions, determine the freezing point of the solution, and then some sort of a calculation guide. What do you need to do? Okay, what are the calculations that you need to do? And then analysis and conclusion. And then it gives you always a note about the safety things that you have. So that's just one way for you to use ChatGPT to understand more the procedures in a given experiment. Now, another way that you can use it is maybe like a quiz generator. So as a college professor and make 5 multiple choice item quiz based on colligative properties. So make sure you type it with correct answer. Okay, so it's just like generating a test bank question. So here, now this is the thing that you need to do. You have to double check if the questions and the answers are correct. Okay, so here we can analyze some of the questions. So what's the primary factor that determines the extent of the colligative properties? So usually colligative properties are based on the number of solute in a given solution. So that's the one that says, so which of the following is at the colligative property? So everything is a colligative property except color change. Okay, so what does Raoult's law states in relation to the vapor pressure? So Raoult's law only still applicable in an ideal solution. Usually the vapor pressure of solution is equal to the sum of the vapor pressure of its component. And then how does the addition of a non-volatile solute affect the boiling point of the solution? Okay, what we call non-volatile solute. So you're adding the solute there, so the solvents become less. Okay, so you're talking here. So it has something to do with the boiling point here. So for question 4, how does the addition of a non-volatile solute affects the boiling point of the solution? So what do you do? Boiling point elevation. Okay, so if it's in terms of osmotic pressure, okay, or we could say vapor pressure, it's lowering the vapor pressure. If it's freezing point, it lowers the freezing point. Now the PIP one, which of the following substance commonly used to illustrate osmotic pressure and colligative properties? Now, A and B are both possible here. Okay, so this is, we could say, if I'm the faculty, I'm not going to write this one because it creates confusion. Okay, so for me, for the answer to be letter B, I would say which of the following sample would have a greater osmotic pressure given equal molarity or equal concentration, because sodium chlorides are ionic compounds. They dissociate into ions, so they have more effect on the colligative properties than sugar, which is a molecule. So again, so this is just an example on how you can use ChatGPT as a quiz generator. Okay, so for more examples of AI tool and how they are responsibly used in teaching, please subscribe. Again, this is Meg.